Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever it is for you. Welcome back to a Division 2 video. Just stopped streaming, of course. We just had the reveal of Season 3 Burden of Truth. There is a lot to talk about, but I will not touch on everything. There will be patch notes in the descriptions down below, so if you want to read through it on your own pace, go for it. But I want to go over the biggest changes that we've seen from PTS to, of course, the live game tomorrow. Starting with the exotic, the new Exodus gloves will be changed, as it was an armor core, critical hit chance and hazard protection as the attributes on there, and they have changed it completely red to critical hit chance and critical hit damage, and a full red with weapon damage as well. What I think is a great change for these gloves. They changed the mods around on the Oxpecker as well. As you maybe seen my video doing a deep dive in the Oxpecker, we have 3 mods on the weapon. 1 optimal range, 1 critical hit chance, and 1 headshot damage. We already talked about the headshot damage didn't really have a place in the Oxpecker, and they changed it around for 10 extra rounds. So the Oxpecker tomorrow will have a total of 50 rounds in the magazine, what will impact this weapon in a huge way. Of course, keeping our shield alive while shooting with this weapon. And for the last exotic, what also will count as the Climax Mission reward, this will be the Birdie backpack. Nothing really has changed over from the PTS, but we now know it's going to be the Climax Mission reward for this season. It's nice to already know what exotics we will get for the Climax Mission, but again, just like this season, this backpack won't be appealing for everyone. In my humble opinion, we should get an exotic that is universal. So for example, that Saint Elmo, the Coyote's mask, the Memento backpack, to give you a couple examples. There are a bunch more, but these exotics everyone and their mom can use. Almost doesn't matter what type of playstyle you have or what type of build you have. These exotics, in my opinion, should be behind the Climax reward. I am very happy to hear that we will get another Climax mission and also that new mastery difficulty. And now we're already talking about the Climax mission. The Climax mission from previous season, from season 2, will go into the legacy manhunts, and yes, we can still replay it. Yes, we can also still replay it on master difficulty, so it won't go away. And we even can play the Climax mission with the old season modifiers. It is not possible to play the season 2 finale with the season 3 modifiers, but if you wanna play again with those modifiers, it is possible within the Climax mission of that particular season. Then for the seasonal XP, as we already talked about in a different video as well, if you missed that, I will pop it on the screen right now. A lot of things within the game will give you seasonal progressional XP now, instead of this season only getting it from the journey, only getting it from prior objectives of anything that only has something to do with the season. In next season, that will completely change, and they talked about the stacking XP values. As from tomorrow with season 3, if you play with the modifiers, you will get a seasonal XP boost. But if you also own the season pass, you will get an additional XP values, and these values will stack. So we can get even more XP by playing with the modifiers of the season and of course having that season pass active. I think that's a huge W, gives us a little bit more incentives to play of course within the season and the modifiers, but we'll have to see. If this stacks, we might be boosted again in the first day, just like this season. And then the biggest change they made within the season is the enemy modifier. Our modifier, our rogue momentum that we have as an active seasonal boost, will be adjusted a little bit as well, but the enemy modifier, especially the arm regeneration and the health regeneration, has been nerfed, and this is a great change. We were already afraid of that it would be too much, as we can get to that 6.5 to 7% armor regeneration ourselves, and they would have been running around with 20% at their max modifier stack. So now on chapter 3 they start with 5% armor regeneration, 7% on chapter 4, and then chapter 5 and onwards will be 10% armor generation and health regen a second. It is still a lot, as we can only get to that max of 7, but it's a lot better than the double digits that we had before with that 20% on chapter 5 and onwards. And then the last few things I want to touch on are the new events coming to the game. We will have an April Fool's event that they didn't really talk about. There will be a named weapon and a weapon skin behind that event. We also get some new micro events that we saw added to the game this season. And the new season's micro events will be Shepherd Rank XP, DZ XP, and Clan XP to boost that up a little bit more. This will go ×3, just like we saw this season with our expertise and or with our seasonal pass XP. And then we will also get this free backpack skin. This is not a backpack that holds a talent, this is a skin, but look at that little screen. Yes, you can now display your own SHD level, so this is quite nice. We will get this gifted to us within a special stream that will be live in March, as we have the anniversary stream, our 6-year anniversary stream going on, and that will always be active within March. And they will also bless us with some Twitch drops, so in those 2 weeks make sure to check out your favorite creator and get those drops gifted to you. And of course we are one of the participating channels as well. Hit me up with a follow, Twitch/IamPureBrian. Would love to see y'all in there. And then for the last little bit of information, while we have the anniversary going on in March, we will also get a special anniversary stream. We'll hear a little bit more about that backpack that we just saw, when we can unlock that and how we can unlock that. Daria also told us there will be 2 versions of this backpack. One that's in the store and one that will be gifted to everybody for free. And that's pretty much it, or at least that's pretty much it what I wanted to talk about, what I saw popping up on the screen and caught my eye. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about these changes, and of course everything surrounding the new season. I cannot wait to play with this modifier. It's gonna be hella fun. It's gonna be very enjoyable, but of course that is my opinion. Let me know in the comments down below if you are going to run around with these modifiers and what you think about all these changes. Thank you very much for sticking until the end. Like the video if you liked the video or helped you out in any way or form. And of course, if you're new here and or you want to be updated by the Division 2, make sure to hit that subscribe button as well. And I will see you in the next one. Pure Prime out.